to my YouTube channel. Wow, it's been a long time. I think that I haven't made videos like this. So yeah, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, Rena, speaking from my room.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Well, everyone, let me ask you something first. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are good. I hope you guys happy as much as I am. Because I am so happy and really excited because I want to share something with you guys. So today I'm going to talk about teaching methodology. So especially I'm going to talk about what teaching methodology is, 9 approaches of teaching methodology, and then guidelines for classroom, ESP, English for specific purposes, and then last but not least CLT, communicative language teaching. So yeah, I am so excited to share with you guys. So I hope you guys watch this video till the end because this topic is not only just interesting but also it's going to be useful for us as a future English teacher, right? So hope you guys watch this video till the end, and then don't forget to give like if you like this video, and then also share, comment below, and then also subscribe. Alright, I hope you guys watch this video till the end, and then without waiting any longer and then without any further ado, let's get started. Alright everyone, before we get into more deeply to our topic for today, let me ask you something first. When you were learning English at school, did your teacher ask you to translate the text, or did they encourage you to speak it directly? Feel free to share with me. And then yes, probably some of you say that your teacher asks you to translate the text. It's closer to grammar translation method. But in other hand, if you ask like direct method, like your teacher asks you to speak it directly in English, that's closer to direct method. So these are example what we call teaching methodology. So what is teaching methodology? Well, everyone, teaching methodology refers to practice, principle, practices, and then techniques that teacher use in this classroom. It's not only about what the teacher teaches, it's also about what and how the teacher teach the lesson in the classroom. So yeah, that's the teaching methodology. Next, I'm going to talk about 9 approaches of teaching methodology. Well, actually, I'm 100% sure that this topic is very familiar for you because probably we have already learned when we were senior high school or junior high school or in this first semester of university of college. I don't know. I think that is not really unfamiliar for you. This is familiar for you. So I'm going to talk about that. So we have 9 approaches here. The first one is grammar translation method. So grammar translation method usually focus on reading and writing, and then also vocabulary is taught by translation, and then the teacher in the classroom use the native language. So for example, the boys is reading a book, so you're going to translate the text like anak laki-laki itu sedang menulis. That's we call translation method. And then also the grammar translation method, the weaknesses of the grammar translation method is you are be able to translate the text, but you are not be able to speak it directly in English. So that's we call grammar translation method. And then second of all, we have direct method, because the weaknesses of the grammar translation method, so direct method was appear as reference for grammar translation method. Direct methods focus on vocabulary is taught in the classroom using the real object. Like if the teacher wants to share something, like want you know about some vocabularies, they're gonna bring you the real object. Like the teacher wanna ask you about this one. So the teacher going to bring the real object or use the real media. So they're going to show you this one, like what we call this in English, scissor, right? So they bring the real object. And also the teacher going to use like native language in the classroom, not target language in classroom, not the native language. So that's we call a direct method. For example, Yeah, that I mentioned you before. This is Caesar, like that. Okay, the next one we have reading approach. Because that using direct method in classroom, we need the appropriate teacher and then like friendly teacher in the classroom. So it's kind of the very difficult, right? It's probably reading approach used in a college student. So the teacher going to ask you to read an article, a journal. So this is going to, for example, the teacher going to ask you like, please find the main idea in this what you have read, like something like that. And then, okay, the next one we have audiolingual approach. What is audiolingual approach? In the US, they believe that behaviorism influence language teaching by viewing like as an habit. The more you repeat, the more you get it. That's the point, because they believe that the more you repeat the words, the more you get it. For example, the teacher asks you to like imitate what he says, like that. I am eating. So the student going to repeat the words like I'm eating. So the more you repeat the word, the more you get it. That's audiolingual approach. Okay, the next one we have oral approach. Oral approach, like this kind of like the previous approach is that audiolingual, right, was too mechanical, boring. So that's why in Britain, oral approach developed to emphasize the spoken language, like in the real life situation. Like you can using like role play in the restaurant, for example, like you want to order curry, like I would like to order some curry, like that. And then also the CLT. Well, actually, CLT and oral approach is quite similar, but not really similar, but it's related to real situation as well. But in oral approach, it's quite like structure, and then that you have to understand also about the grammar structure. But in CLT, you need focus on real life communication. It's not only that about grammar rules or something like that, but you have to understand about real conversation, like communicative competence. It is not only about just knowledge about language, but you are be able to use that language. You have to be able to speak it directly in English. That we call CLT. Okay, the next one is cognitive approach. And then we have like a cognitive approach. This approach focus on like this is criticism of technical view. The cognitive approach of seeing language is as a rule of formation. It's not that habits. It's not that habit that believe that real formation. For example, the teacher going, instead of explain about, so today we're going to explain about past tense, but the teacher going to ask you to analyze the text. For example, the teacher going, what did you do yesterday? So you are going to answer, I went to the market, I went to the school. So that's what we call past tense in this lesson, in this word. What we call this is past tense. So the teacher also encourage you that mistake is a learning of the process. So that's the teacher. Okay, the next one we have effective humanistic approach. Well, actually the previous those are previous topics. There is no talk about the mental, and then also there is no emotional about the students. But in effective humanistic, they focus on the like mental, and then also about the humanistic of the students. Like they believe that students the mistakes is fine. For example, like the teacher going to ask you, what is your hobby, and then what did you do, why did you choose about English or something like that. Feel free to share about everything. So the teacher not gonna judge you, not gonna judge your English. Like they gonna let you speak it in English without judging you. No, you'll free to share everything. So that's we call it effective humanistic approach. And then let's focus on feeling and attitude as well. So the last but not least, we have a comparison-based approach. This approach, like you need to listen first before speaking. Like for example, teacher going, stand up, stand up and then open your book, and then you have to open your book first and stand up first before speaking it. Like they believe that listening before speaking it. Like okay, L1. The next one we have CLT, communicative language teaching, or when we call CLT. CLT is an approach that focuses on using English in real life communication. It's not only about memorizing grammar rules, but it's about speaking and understanding understanding meaning in real life communication. Yeah, that's one. So that's what we call CLT. And then also this is appeared in 1917s was respond as appeared as respond for the grammar translation method or bilingual, because they focus on reals and grammar, right? So this appeared as respond for the grammar translation method before. Then that's one. And then the components of the CLT, you'll be able to like grammar competence, social linguistics competence, discourse, and then like structure competence. That's the components of CLT. And then for example, CLT, you pretend like you're booking a hotels and ordering food in the restaurant. That's what we call CLT. The example of CLT. Alright, the next one we have guidance. Guidance for a classroom. So the guidance for a classroom, like good teaching needs clear goals and very activities. Not only teacher talking all the time, but students should be active and then should be interactive in the classroom, like making a group or in peers, and then they can share anything. They like talking all the time in the classroom. Not only does the teacher talk all the time, but students should talk as well. That we call it guidelines for classroom. And then the last but not least we have is ESP, or English for specific purposes. English for specific purposes means that teaching English based on the learner's goals or needs. You got it? Yeah, this is based on the learner's needs and goals. Like, alright, that, and also to make the English learning useful and relevant to the real life. Not like, this is focused on the learner's goals and needs. Okay, we have like the first one, we have English for academics purposes. For example, and you want to learn about science, and then science, medicals, or business, like that. And then also for the occupational purposes, like for jobs, and then for to become a tourism business field, like you can use it like that. Alright everyone, those are material that I could explain to you guys. Thank you so much for your kind attention, and thank you so much for watching till finish. So I hope you guys liked this video, and then this video is going to be useful for us, especially for us as well, because not only just for you but also for me. So thank you so much for you guys kind attention, and then I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to watch maybe other videos of mine. So Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.